Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Borderlands 2. Let's continue. So we're doing the Halloween DLC and we beat quite easily because we're overpowered by 13 levels or higher. We beat the first boss, basically the Pumpkin King. Now we've got to run around and trick or treat for TK Baja, which seemed like that was pretty obvious that was going to happen because we were seeing a lot of trick or treating places. Anytime we go anywhere, we're running into large collections of enemies, which would be great if we were playing this at level 21. But really doesn't mean anything. Although the game has decided to make them hit and do a lot more damage than they really should be doing. And it is benefiting me, I guess, a lot in money. Like, this is more of a challenge than it really should be. Considering these are like level 21 enemies. I really feel like I should be one hit killing these people. I just want to run over here and grab some more money. There's some brains.
Baby girls. I've been trying to wean myself off actual brains for a while now. And those candies there sure do the trick, don't they? Why don't you give me some more, would you?
I didn't think I would be picking up any of the brains from there, but I did kind of think that there was something there. I just finished a level 5th. Now there's gotta be some kind of secret button or switch somewhere around here that opens this church. Or there's some quest that's gonna have it open at some point, because there's a chest in here. Like, we know there's a chest in here. At least that looks like a chest. Yeah, but there's nothing indicating how to get in there. Moving on. Just try to keep everybody. I thought we would be doing more of this, just coming through the door-to-door point. But apparently they had different plans, which I suppose they subverted my expectations, which is something. How am I gonna get up there? I'm about to fall into the lava. I'm gonna have to run all the way around and to get up here to collect that one, so I was gonna have to run all around anyways. I feel like they're going to determine and decide to they're gonna make me run through this whole thing a third time. That doesn't sound very appealing. Suppose it's good that these guys are giving me a lot of gold, though, because I am effectively wasting bullets on them. Like, yeah, there's definitely a waste of bullets happening because they're not giving me experience. And they're not dropping any guns that are worth anything. I guess I kind of wish that there was more enemies if they're gonna be this week. Just slightly more, but I also know that since this would have been a game designed to also be run on consoles like PS3 and Xbox 360, the idea of running twice as many AI characters wouldn't have made sense. It would have not worked. Now my PC in modern days could run twice as many enemies, I'm sure. Well, but that is almost certainly part of what will be tricky in developing Borderlands 3 is the idea of we need more characters on the screen. We need more smarter characters. We need just a lot more challenge. Alright, so I think if I was to guess, I need to go down there to get to that piece of candy. And then there's this creepy haunted bedroom that I don't think is going to do the creepy thing again. So it feels like there's some kind of secret thing that we've released, some kind of ghost. Maybe we will be guided and directed to do that, or maybe you just have to figure it all out yourself.
Sugary brain bites got all the taste of brains without all the hassle of chasing and murdering and looking at your bloody hands screaming, "Oh God, what have I become?"
So it seems like the skeletons that are holding the jack-o'-lanterns are the things I should be looking for. I need to get, I think, on the roof. And how did I get on the roof last time? I think you just run and jump. Yep, it just makes it. Come on, no.
Being the lookout for this town might be born a sin, but that there candy makes the whole deal worthwhile. Yeehaw!
Well, I got the candy, that's all that matters. And they awkwardly fell off the edge. And we've got some more people spawning. And I really don't want to spend a lot of time with those guys, so Just gonna throw some grenades and move forward. And then we can come over here and we can look at the couple of guns we picked up and class mods that mean nothing. And I don't know why we're holding on to this shield. Yeah. Yeah, that shield doesn't seem like that's worth it. What about that other shield, though? Nope, that's not worth it either, so.
When you think murder, think Marcus Mutations. Carving out and torn.
Interesting that you can just be stuck in the...
I'm sure we'll be doing this again soon enough.
Like, where did that guy go? He was attacking me. I was getting knocked forward. And he's totally gone. Is there some kind of programming in the code that kills all enemies that attack you when you're in the menu? Or despawns them? I would suspect maybe that is the case. Alright. Here's something I didn't see before. Just be real careful here. I assume this is coming back up.
Hey, you nearly got enough sugary brain bites.
Little things here and there, little new things to find. But not a lot. I'll just get attacked by some pumpkins in here. Well, I assume I was going to be attacked. I may not even do that much. Let's see, it seems like it's going to fall out of the vent. Which, no, it's up there. So we've got to go over here, I guess. And I guess the game is going to be generous and not have anybody seriously, do you want me up here, or do you want me to try and shoot it off? I think they want me to try and shoot it off. That must be from the other side. Well, color me confused unless there's a ladder to climb up on some side here. Or I'm supposed to... There have been times previously where they've wanted you to run on pipes, but this is a pretty narrow one. This was their goal. See, that was an awkward jump. This is very, very awkward.
a sugar high for months. Why don't you come on back?
That was really it, I guess. Like, there's no ladder. There's no way up there. Okay. And see, here's my fear. We've been doing this for about 17 minutes, or about an hour and 20 minutes in total, doing this DLC. I wouldn't be 100% surprised if this was it. There really isn't anything else to do. Like, things are, while the enemies are respawning, these like smashing pumpkin sections are not, and we've been around this map twice. So, like, if I was making this level and I was limited to this map size, which is very, very small compared to basically every other map in this game, which is very open world-ish and large. At this point, if I have to do more with this map and I cannot add anything, I would say let's go with the Halloween theme. Let's say, oh, it's midnight, or it's the moon has turned off, and make it a lot darker, and have really, really difficult, different looking enemies spawn throughout the entirety of the map. I try to make some major environmental change of some sort. Maybe make it rain, make it storm happen, change the background music, which has been playing non-stop.
Yay! Candy!
But I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Let's just see. We turn this in, we get some experience.
Thanks a bunches. Before I eat all these, I'm gonna squish them together into a big lump and pretend it's the brain of somebody I don't like. Nah, who am I kidding? There ain't nobody I don't like. They're all delicious.
That was it. So you're definitely left with a question on what was the DLC. I guess it doesn't really matter now if you're going to play Borderlands 2, because you're going to get the Game of the Year version. But there certainly is... That seems really, really short. We can see now all we have are this other level 30 DLC, Savage Lands, and this level 21 DLC. So let's unignore. No, I don't want to do this one though, because this one I'm fairly certain is the RPG DLC that was the last one. So I guess I do want to do the 31. I suppose theoretically I could also go back and try and do the slaughtering, Hyperion slaughter, well, the creature slaughters, but I don't think I would want to do that. It's just annoying, frankly. But before we do anything else, I think it's logical to go back to Sanctuary and let's set some things up here on Sanctuary. Start off with, what do we have that we really want to keep? I guess everything. So in Sanctuary, there's a couple things we can do. We can, one, store away this gold shield, this Whiskey Tango Foxtrot shield that seems crazy. We can see where we are on Iridium. I guess we have enough maybe to upgrade something, because I thought we were at like the 50 level, but we might be at like the 100 level. And we can buy at least 5 things, 5 golden keys worth of weapons. I think that's fair enough. Let's see. 50 gold here. And unfortunately, we need to gamble really badly too. So some of this is just gonna... Alright, so we store this. We have like 1 space. Fight for your life plus 9%. Second win plus 30%. I'm fairly certain I have something that is better than that. Yes, so this can be sold. And that can be sold. Now, I want to just look at my guns. We have this SMG compare that to that one. Yeah, that one's no good. This grenade mod does electrical damage. It does more damage for a bigger radius. It has a shorter fuse time. Might as well. Let's see. I'm not sure if there was a real reason why I was holding on to this, but I'm just gonna get rid of it at this point. Right. So we have this gold level 7, we have this gold level 29. We don't want any of those, really. We have a rare loot chance plus 5%, which is... I'd like to know what I actually have equipped right now, because the rare loot chance plus 5% may actually be the better move, really, to have. Flame of the Firehawk. Like, see, I don't know if it really makes sense to hold on to so many of these things.
So, what now?
Yeah, somebody's got to deal with all those new vaults.
Dibs?
You can't call dibs on hunting hundreds of vaults.
So this is just the dialogue
What you
from
thinking, Lil?
post-game.
I think before we head off to deal with those vaults, we gotta rebuild. Get a new shield for Sanctuary, wipe Hyperion off the map, and bury our fallen. Jack may be dead, but we're not done fighting. Not by a long shot.
I hear you. What you think, Bree?
See, this almost feels like they're gonna give you...
called dibs on the vault hunting.
Like, yeah, you think that they're gonna say something to you or hand you a new quest right there, but it isn't that at all.
Welcome to my humble shop.
Alright, let's...
May it keep you safe in your travels. Come back anytime.
Let's do this. So, Iridium has always been this horribly scarce resource. I need 100 where I could get my backpack upgraded, or I could increase my bank by 2, or I could increase my shotgun, which probably I should. And so I need now like 21 more to upgrade the number of bullets I can carry. But I mean, it's questionable, certainly, whether I'll get significant amounts of iridium. Let's see.
This better be fantastic. I'm doing important stuff.
Let's see, what are we gonna get? We're gonna get level 30 weapons. I shouldn't have talked to that guy if I wanted him to move out of the way, by the way. So we're gonna get some bad weapons. Now, at a certain point, my shield was so high I could have let 2 of those explode right next to me, and it really wouldn't have hurt me. But the game decided to rescale. It's costing me $1,438 to spin each time. Ideally, I need like 4 of these slot machines in a row. And there's really no reason I could think of that this would take a lot of AI processing. So you should definitely have been able to have more slot machines if that was all they were going to do. It would make a lot more sense if you could just hit a different button than X and do, say, a max bet of 5 times for 5 times the reward. So that got me, I think, 6 iridium, which that certainly isn't a terrible payout in iridium. That got me a skin that almost certainly I already have, because the limitations on skins that you can actually get through a slot machine seem incredibly limited. In fact, it seems like the only way you can get other new skins, see, that nearly took all my shield, is through playing as a different character. See, that seemed like that only got me 5 iridium. Yeah, it seems like maybe you even have to have other players play and trade with you, that they've designed it so that no one player can get a complete collection in a realistic amount of time. And skins aren't really worth much, so these 777s are not really what we're looking for. We're looking for just iridium. Getting money back doesn't help a lot. I have spent an incredibly large amount of time doing this. It really has been the secondary gameplay mechanic of Borderlands 2. And this, I don't think, was in Borderlands 1 at all. And Borderlands 1 is much better for not having so much of this or any of this. This is just a frustration, like, wasteful action. You have to spin the wheels to spend your money because your money is completely valueless otherwise. And it's not like there's really a good way you could have broken this up more often, because there's only a couple places outside of Sanctuary where you can even gamble. It's hardly like it's a built-in system into your HUD. That might have worked better, honestly. If you could just go into your HUD and always gamble, if it was just wirelessly connected to a teleportation system, that might have been cool. Or if at every save station or fast travel station you could gamble, that would have maybe made some more sense. If they combined some of the vending machines into slot machines, that would have been cool. So we're at 48,000 and I'm full on inventory, so I have to go sell things, and every time you run down here there's always at least one person that you have to jump past. Alright. And let's see, skins already unlocked, already unlocked, already unlocked, already unlocked, and already unlocked, and already unlocked. And guns are highly unlikely to be worth anything. So we're going to just sell everything that we've won except for the iridium. And I guess the fact that I have gotten so much gold has potentially played a role in the fact that I've gotten enough iridium to then hold more guns to get more gold. But I think that's a very small factor in it. I think the golden keys have played a much bigger role.
Portable clinic. What can I get for you? Come on
Right.
back anytime.
Yeah, that one character needs to not be there. He's always walking in the way. Alright, so now we were back up to 82,000. So we only really spent about a third of our gold. And normally I would do this off screen, but this has just not worked out that way. And frankly, I think it's fair, very fair, to show the grindiness of this game. This is something that Borderlands 3 really doesn't need to have. Like, we really don't need to have any kind of economy that is so broken that requires you to gamble and use up your gold. If I don't use up my gold and I just let it sit, then I'll lose 10 to 20% of it when I die on some random death. Now I'm tapping the X button each time. It does feel like tapping the X button sometimes affects the outcome. I'm not sure that it particularly means the outcome is better or not, and I haven't gotten any kind of feel that I can actually accurately guide it towards any kind of specific victory. So, because if I could do that, I would certainly push it all towards iridium. There is at least one speedrun that I've seen of Borderlands 2, but I think they kind of start from the perspective of a new game plus anyway, so they're already overpowered. So I don't think I've seen a new game, like brand new game, new save file. You're not going to use some kind of special weapon that you know you're going to get. And even in that, I doubt a speedrunner would spend any time gambling or doing any of the side quests. And I guess if you're not willing to do the side quest and you just really do want to rush through a game like this, you're not going to have much of an experience. I feel like the writers of Borderlands 2 in some parts felt like they wanted to rush through the story, and that caused the story to play in different ways. I need one more iridium and then I can at least get more bullets and a sniper, or a number of bullets you can hold in your bullet bank, which really isn't that big of an issue. Like, you still, even with the upgrades, you still end up very much refilling all your bullets as soon as you can, just out of an abundance of caution. We're almost done or at least it looks that way. Actually, we're not almost done. But I don't think I'm going to be too picky as far as getting my amount of money down very low. I just want to get it down, I'd say below like $30,000. Come on. Keep on gambling. I'm surprised I haven't filled out my inventory. Can't afford, okay. Interesting. So we can come over here and upgrade that. Now everything is at 100 except for that. And so I would just want to save up for an increase of 3 to my backpack for 100 and to see if that goes any further. Because it might or it might not. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't. Let's see where this leaves us. Another skin that's already unlocked, or 2. And a collection of guns that, while level 30, in no way compete with the purple level 30s that we already have equipped, or level 34s that we have equipped. Yeah, there's really nothing here that looks like you'd even bother to check. Of course, the comparison system is still very much a mess. That gets me to 27,000, which that's not too bad. So it's time for the big boys. I think we could probably do 10. Like, there's really no reason to keep any of these. I should be close to 0. So we're getting level 34 weapons. Like, I'm not sure I'm gonna even make it to level 35 by the time I'm done with all the DLC.
Mine.
Sure feels like I'm getting something with a caveat each time.
Not bad. Nice.
It still very much also feels like you don't quite get a variety of guns. It seems like you're getting more class-specific payoffs. Very rarely do I get a rocket launcher or a shield, things that you think you'd get more of. And 2 more. Here's a explosive spike damage or elemental damage and increases max health. I'll go ahead and equip that one. I'll take that one. 1 more.
Impressive.
Okay. So now's the real challenge. SMGs. Do I have any other SMGs I want to consider? Let's see. A T-door, no. A poisonous one that's worse in so many other ways, no. Honestly, I probably should be in front of the the vending machine. I don't think I even got any rocket launchers as an option. Sniper rifles. Let's see, this one would do a lot more damage, but it has a higher fire rate, and it does slag damage. It consumes twice as many bullets, though, so that may be a slight problem, but I'll try it. And we'll see if there's any other sniper rifles to compare. Nope. And assault rifles. Let's see. Slower fire rate, same amount of bullets, do twice the damage. And it consumes twice the bullets though. I don't think I want that. Let's see. Higher fire rate does 3 times the damage, but it's a Jacobs. No, I don't want that. Alright, so let's run over here and sell some of the things.
If you ain't dead, I'll keep you that way.
Okay. Shotguns now. We have a shotgun that does a lot more damage, and the accuracy's better. Wait a minute. What am I hovering over? I'm looking the wrong way, Andre. Does more damage, has higher accuracy, has higher bullets, but a slower fire rate and a slower reload speed. That's not terrible. So let's now compare this shotgun with any other shotguns. That's better. So I'm now going to compare that shotgun to any other shotguns. I think that's worse. I think that's worse. And that's worse.
I'm legally obligated to you.
Now we have handguns, which a repeater is an interesting idea, certainly. I would like to try that. So let's look at some of these other repeaters and see how we want to deal with those. Yeah. Right, this one looks good. This one does more damage, but has less accuracy. It's only slightly more damage for less accuracy and a faster reload speed, but then it has less bullets. So that's a very close decision there. This one does more damage, but it has way less bullets, and it's a Jacobs. You can kind of get the feeling when looking at all these guns how they all kind of are the same. They really are. It's limiting me to a range that won't be updated until I get at much higher levels. Right, so We have one shotgun compared to this shotgun. Right. And that shotgun is the worse. So get rid of that one. This shield is worse. And this shield is worse.
If you ain't dead, I'll keep you that way.
And I want to come over here. I believe this is our new sniper rifle. Yeah. That seems to work pretty well. Seems like you can unload on somebody. Why am I losing health? I don't think I am. I think I might be just slowly gaining health. I'm gonna just hold the full. Alright, that works quite well. Now let's take this handgun and equip this. It seems a little slow. Like that seems a lot faster.
Let me know if anything catches your eye. Nothing like a good sale. Goodbye, friend.
Yeah, okay, so I don't see we think that there's a need to hold on to that sniper rifle.
Else, I'll have you killed.
So I guess we got about 50 iridium for all of our effort. That's kind of it. And I'm back to 100,000 gold though, so maybe we'll get another 50 iridium. Like, I came here specifically not wanting to leave with 100,000 gold, but opening 10 golden keys certainly did not cooperate with that. It would be nice if there was a way to just toss guns into a vending machine and get money to come out. We saw that in the DLC. There was a place where you could toss 3 things and get a treasure chest. So that concept they at least played with, but if I could be in the menu and just hit the drop button and while standing within a certain radius of a vending machine, and it would just pick up the gun and spit out money, I would be very happy with that. And I don't think too many people would accidentally drop a gun within a short radius of a vending machine. I'm not gonna lie though, this is pretty repetitive and pretty boring, and I was hoping for the DLC to bring some life and some fun back into the game, in the Borderlands 2, but like we kind of nothing happened in the Halloween DLC, and then we were kind of forced. I mean, we really weren't forced to come do all this gambling, but you kind of need to. You've got all this money, you gotta do something with it, or you want to do something with it at least. I suppose it's possible that people could have played this game not focusing on getting iridium at all or getting guns, but you would have had a much worse experience. if every time a gun was dropped, you just ran past it and didn't pick it up, I don't know, maybe there's some people out there that could play like that and they wouldn't feel bad about it, but that would drive me particularly crazy. Like, so the thing about when you get the jackpot with the iridium is you really don't get that much more iridium than if you just get the 2 bars iridium. It just makes it seem like you get a lot more the way it's depicted. And that's probably my 5th or 6th jackpot. I think probably if you got the jackpot very early in the game, you'd get more iridium. But the stacks of iridium, I think, have slightly increased in value to the point where it feels like you get 6 per stack, where each individual piece of iridium is still stuck at 1 piece of iridium, which means when it drops 12 or so, when you win a jackpot, it's not anymore. It should be pretty obvious, though, that you're certainly not making money through this gambling at all. This is a purely one-way transaction of spending your money or wasting your money in the small hopes of getting iridium, and then you give iridium to the other guy and he'll give you upgrades. Honestly, I would have been much happier with the way it worked in the first game, where there were claptrap units and toolboxes, and you just had to rescue the claptrap units by finding the toolboxes. That was a limited system, certainly. You knew that you could only get so much. So I'm thinking, like, if you could just drop right there and it would just suck it up and spit money out, that would be really great. But instead, the fastest you can go is you can go through them all, mark them all as trash. The good news is, in this instance, they all are trash. And then you can press the left stick when you're in the vending machine to sell them all. But there's definitely a lack of variety. The fact that I can, just without even looking, mark everything as trash is a problem.
Welcome to Dr. Zed's portable clinic. What can I get for you? Stay alive.
And that got me back up to 59,000. Let's see. Yeah, it really just kind of sucks that you're walking into Mad Moxie's bar to do this every time, and she's just not playing any role in the story. Like, none of the characters play enough of a role in the story. They introduce all these new characters. Not that I hate Tiny Tina or really any of the new characters, but by introducing new characters, they did it at the cost of the old ones, who are now just playing these bit roles, almost as if Borderlands 2 wasn't supposed to be Borderlands 2 in the canonical sequel of the series, but it was instead supposed to be some side game that just mentions but does nothing with the characters from the original series. Which that very well may be the case, because that's often how games were being developed back in the time of when this came out, where like BioShock 2 is a great example, where the BioShock 2 really is not made by the same team as BioShock 1. They really don't touch the main story or try to do anything with the original characters, and instead they go their own way. Now, for the instance of BioShock 2, they went on to make BioShock Infinite, that also doesn't touch on the main characters of the first story. So it became almost an anthology series with similar themes. Well, it's so weird that Tales from the Borderlands manages to do more with a character like Scooter than what Borderlands 2 did with Scooter. And Scooter was kind of a secondary character in the first game anyways. And even the Halloween DLC gave TK Baha some small bit of story, but he didn't play any role in this game at all. Of course he shouldn't. That's a joke, as he died at the very beginning of the first game. So that gives you 4 each. So you do get slightly more if you get 3 bars, but it's not, doesn't feel like you're getting 3 times as much. We're almost out of money until we go sell some more stuff. And the times you win, it seems like they're getting less and less, which I'd be cool with winning a less, but then getting larger rewards. So I'm thinking at this point I probably won't have to go back and gamble again, but we'll see. Just selling these guns probably will not get me much above the 30,000 mark. And because of this gambling, yeah, 26,000.
Try not to die.
Like, because of this gambling, I really haven't had to start the other DLC, which is good. So yeah, I could come back here and gamble a little bit more, and we could continue down that route multiple times, but I don't think that there's a need to. So I'm kind of thinking what we'll want to do is we'll do the Savage Lands DLC, Hunter's Grotto, which will, I assume, just have me fight a bunch of creatures. And let's go ahead and mark that as something. We're getting increased XP by 5%. Well, that's not helping at all when we're overpowered, because 5% of 1 XP is still nothing. So this is probably the worst thing to have equipped right now. We haven't gotten a skill point or upgraded. Let's see. Yeah, we need 3,343. Well, almost that. about 3,300 XP, which we probably will get, yeah, because Savage Lands is going to give me 7,890 XP. So we will level up once, which will let us get this, which will be nice. We do have a badass token where we can increase, well, let's see, shield capacity or shield recharge delay. I think we're trying to get everything up to like 6%. What are the other options though? Elemental effects chances is at the lowest. I think I should probably just balance everything at this point. So yeah, trying to get everything up to plus 6%. And then I've wanted to sort through this, and I guess that means, what if I do that? Will that do anything? No. It remembers where you are. Alright. So these would be challenges to watch. Kill Borax, defeat Butchers, the Invincible. Apparently you can do that 5 times somehow. I don't know how. Kill Fan Boats, kill Drifters, kill Savages, kill Skylands. So no Cult of the Vault for Hammerlock's Hunt. Campaign of Carnage is, I believe, the Dungeons and Dragons DLC. But then wouldn't that also be Dragon Keep? So there is some DLC I haven't started. There's also Pirate's Booty, which I think this was actually the first DLC that we haven't started. So there are, since we've already done one and I'm seeing 4 more, that tells me there were 5 bits of DLC in the season pass, with potentially other things also, which is more than what you typically get nowadays for a season pass, because usually you're getting 3 bits of DLC with at least one of those not really being as good as the others, and sometimes there'll be some like in-game currency or skins you also get, pre-order bonuses, all kinds of BS that should just be in the game or shouldn't exist at all. As far as these other quests, I don't think there's a lot of chance that I'm even going to run into too many enemies to do this. Maybe I could kill some spider ants, 30 more spider ants, maybe. Maybe I could kill 90 more psychos. I don't know if I'm even going to see any surveyors. Maybe I'll run into some Hyperion personnel. A lot of this feels like you'd have to run around the main game to do. And I'm not sure if these challenges reset in true Vault Hunter mode, or if you just continue to make progress through them. Very little chrysalisks. Just a lot of things that you're unlikely to finish. Skags. Yeah, I just need to find 8 skags somewhere, and then that'd be another 100 badass points, which would probably get me another level up. And then there's certainly some fire things and corrosive things and electric things and slag things. So I'll probably get this one done because I'm using the slag gun still, I think. A lot of this is loot or purchase legendary items. We still need to get like 4 of those. Open 5 more treasure chests. I could potentially get that done. Save a lot of money. Apparently it wants me to have in my currency like $250,000. Well, I guess I shouldn't have spent the money then. if that's how that was supposed to work. Okay. I'll stop spending money for the rest of the game. So no more gambling. Which, okay, whatever. Just a bunch of other things. I want to see if... The thing I'm not seeing here is a quest set, some undiscovered ones still, for the Halloween DLC. I feel like I either missed that or something. Complete optional mission objectives. Oh, speaking of that Halloween DLC we just did, finished up, that ghost section thing didn't make any sense. Like we didn't figure anything out about that. Let's see. Iridium's Blight. Hunter's Grotto is here. Lynchwood. We still have things to do here. Oasis. Seems like that's also DLC. I'm fairly certain. We never did find the rest of the Cult of the Vaults for Sanctuary. Not Sanctuary Hall. Half of these areas I don't even know if I could get back to easily. Maybe I could, but it takes some work. Yeah, it doesn't even feel like there was a section of challenges for the area we were in. But I can't even tell because I don't know what the area we were in was called. We just fast traveled there and then we fast traveled out. But it kind of feels like there was nothing. Yeah. Let's see. Can we see where that was? Let's see. Not really. Because the way they put this stuff as far as finished challenges is just in random order. It's not in an alphabetical order. I guess you could sort by expansion. So, a warm welcome is Pirate's Booty, alright. And then this is Borderlands 2. And that's Borderlands 2. And that's Borderlands 2. So, I suppose that would have been slightly helpful, but it doesn't really change the fact that you're still very easily capable of accidentally traveling to an expansion area and just having to deal with that. Okay, so this was... It doesn't even say what area it's in once it's finished. So, yeah. There's nothing more to take from this. Next time we will be looking, we will start the next DLC and we'll just work through that. That's gonna be it for this recording. Apologies if most of it was just gambling, but that's really what Borderlands 2 has boiled down to, is that there have been, I'd say, 6 or 7 hours of just gambling. The good news is we saw that there was a quest to save our money, so I'll just start saving the money. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. Thank you for watching. Have